You're listening to the Saturday Night Gaming podcast, Starfall, run by one of our GMs, Tony Stevens. Hope you enjoy.
And welcome back to another exciting episode of Saturday Night Gaming presents Starfall Season 3, Dúnáeð, The Quest for Fire. I will be your host, Tony Stevens, and I'll be presenting you to this wild and wacky world set in a medieval-style fantasy game with my cast and crew trying to survive their encounters with currently some aquatic fae. Not so sure if we're going to leave this session with all three party members or not, but hopefully so. We'll see. We'll go ahead and let my cast and crew introduce themselves and their characters, starting at my right.
I'm at your right.
Yeah, that's you. That's true. You're right.
I'm special.
You are special. Is that your character's name now? Special?
No. You're silly.
Alright, come on, Forrest Gump. Where you at?
My character's name is Jim Callis, and he's a genie.
This is true. And he's currently...
he is currently burying some non-monogwans.
Non-monogwans, yes.
And drawing a giant heart around their grave.
Not even wondering where his allies left to.
No, he doesn't care. He's just thinking about what he's done in his life and how short these things are in lives.
They are short if you're not a genie.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's immortal. Ha! Screw you guys, stupid mortals. Dying all the time.
Constantly having to bury you.
Why would you do that? Why would you die? Why would anyone die? What's wrong with you guys?
Alright.
I'm Casey. I'm playing Ravina, who has a creature that is a cross between a ferret and a badger, who she controls swarms of, or just one individual.
Yeah. And
she has gotten away from these Blue Fin Fae by the wings of Aiden.
You're the wind beneath my wings. I'm sure that's what Ryan would have sang to us had he been here.
And she's currently in a watchtower with a person questioning where she came from.
Yeah, that's true.
And if she had done anything against Blue Fin Fae, and she's like, no.
No, me? No, never.
No. I don't know why they're chasing me.
I'm Ronnie. I'm playing Rogoth Marlekeen, and he is currently doing some mermaid murder.
Yeah, he's just approached the giant leader of the Blue Fin Fae named Hákarl Fæ, and he's going to test his steel against him.
He just laughed hysterically at him when he did this whole speech. So, yeah. That's going to be probably a problem for Rogoth.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Before we start, I'm going to go ahead and remind everybody at home to click like, share, and subscribe. I will go ahead and have everybody roll a d20 for me. I want to find out your initiative placement now.
15.
Ooh, 2. All right, so we will start off with Monsieur McClay to Casey to Ryan. Oh, so y'all stayed in the exact same initiative order you were in last time. Thank you guys for making my life so easy.
No, Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I didn't even have to write new numbers. So, starting off with McClay, sir, I will take this from you.
Oh.
You're still being poisoned for now 3 more turns. You're still being affected by the poison of the non-Monogwan that spit in your face for drawing heart emojis on his beach. What do you do, sir? You're sitting here, you're burying folk, you look out into the water, you notice that it's still restless. There's still some old feist, this dragon that's still swimming around out there. You've buried all of these sea creatures that you've murdered. Your hand is still like blazing, like right next to you, and it looks at you and it goes. Wah, 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 wah.
I'm sitting Indian style on the beach. I'm just looking out into the sea and listening to the crash of the waves. In the distance, there's a seagull.
I'll tell you what, since you seem to be like meditating, go ahead and give me a base perception roll. If you have any kind of additional perception, you can use it.
I do have a base perception. It's called perception.
All right. Are you skilled in it or trained?
I'm trained in it.
All right. So that'll make it a task easier. We'll set your difficulty at 12 then. So just give
My
me a roll.
grandmammy Jen taught me 18.
So what you hear as you're sitting there attuning to the environment, boom spurs, Hayden. What you actually hear is the splashing of the waves. You can hear the roll feist in the water.
Oh wait, do I hear like
you
like
hear this?
lightsabers like dueling?
You actually hear. It's nothing that's actually copyrighted. So what you hear is this loud clicking and hissing and a loud boisterous laughter, and then in the distance you seem to hear like some huge battle. Rogoth's voice going, "Bring it on!" And then you hear another voice yelling at him, "I will eat your flesh, you stupid little mortal."
So I do hear the equivalent of 2 lightsabers.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Wait, does this mean that... Do I have the Force?
You have the Aiden.
I have...
You have the fire.
I have the fire.
You have
I
the
got
fire.
the fire.
You got the fire. Crossfire. Yeah. So at this point, you're aware that there seems to be a large battle going on with your buddy, your broham, your friend, your frenemy, the guy that you were trying to kill not too long ago.
Yeah. But I'm
you're better
the
than
better friend now. So
yes.
It's okay.
You're the bestest.
So I'm going to go grab this girl over here.
You don't know where she is.
What? I can't sense her with
you look
my
around
Force
and you're
powers?
like...
You didn't notice that I flew away.
She doesn't seem to be anywhere near you. You look around and you now realize, hey, wait a second, I'm alone on the beach.
Alright, I'm gonna grab,
There is Yip Yap, but he might be sinking.
I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna dig up one of these fish people. And I'm gonna wear them like a suit.
Oh my gosh.
It's been too long since you've put on flesh.
Well, I'm just going, so I can just put them perfectly. Yeah. I just look like a fish person that's on fire.
We'll see how this works.
Oh my god.
I'll allow it.
I'm like,
it is crustacean-like armor, and, you know, he could probably put one
But you have
on.
to skin this person.
He did.
yeah, I have bone spurs.
And they're hot, too. They're hot. They actually cut through flesh really easily.
Oh my
Just like butter.
Just like butter. Can't believe it's not butter,
I'm
actually.
glad I can't see this.
Just like filleting a fish.
I feel like she has never played in a game with him wearing somebody else's flesh before.
No, I haven't.
Oh, welcome to the crew. One time he was wearing armor, right? Like knight's armor.
Yeah.
And he was a vampire. And then he would skin people and then stretch their skin over his knight's armor.
Okay,
it was disturbing.
So Leatherface from American Horror Story.
But like stretch out further because it's a knight's armor.
But also be literally like their buddy that they just saw. And go, hey, how you go?
Clink, clink, clink. All right, so yeah, he is now wearing fish food for armor, and we're going to have him roll to gaslight that once he approaches the scene. It will take him at least 2 turns to catch up with you, Rogoth. So we'll go ahead and go to Avina.
Can I see from where I am, like, what's going on with him? Like, from the watchtower, can I see what's going on? I see that the people have, or the Fae that were chasing me have stopped.
Yeah. You could ask the guy. The guy was like, "Aye, there's a telescope. We use it as like pieces of glass that we've stacked up inside of this metal tube, and I use it to look through over there and keep watch over the tree to make sure that the valuable Toto fruit does not go too low. We can make sure that not too many are harvested from the tree at once." And
What does that mean?
well, only so much of it grows a magical fruit. You know, it's got healing properties and it can grant immortality to the Ardruva if they do certain spells.
Speaking of healing, do you happen to have a healing potion?
I'm just a dude that works in a watchtower.
Do you have anything that would help heal me? Because I'm a little low on health.
I have bourbon. It will make you not care that you're hurting. That's always good. You could always do a rest and recovery roll if this were a tabletop RPG game. I had a crazy dream like that one day, so I was just throwing that out there.
I will take the bourbon,
Yeah,
but I
here
will
you
also look through the glass, the special magic glass.
All right. So yeah, you'd be able to look through the glass and easily, since he uses it to watch the tree, you can easily see there is this large frogman
Yeah.
that is starting to get off of his stone chair that he has, his rock structured chair, and he's like shooting his poisonous tongue out as you see Rogoth like coming down with his sword overhead like ah! Eyes just like huge, you can see it like in high def.
And I'm like, uh-oh. That's not good.
Do you want to scan the area anymore? So
yeah, I scan and see
as
if
you
I
scan the area, you actually see another Blue Fin Fae running through the forest like this. Skin kind of seems loose, and there's like fire coming out of his eyes, and he's just.
That's not good either.
Is that what I'm doing?
Probably.
I turn to the guy.
It doesn't seem out of character.
I turn to the guy and be like, I think my friends are in trouble.
You got friends down there in the Blue Fin Fae territory?
Yeah, we didn't know it was.
Well, I'll say a prayer to Aiden that their souls are laid to rest properly.
Oh, so there's no helping them.
We have a treaty with these people. We go to war if we break the treaty. I mean, I can bring it up to the Queen, but she's going to Trigol, so it's really just us. And we know better than to attack the Fae, and they know better than to attack us, and no one goes near Blackfin Isle, so really...
I'm supposed to go back to Trigol, but my friends are in trouble. And I can't help them. You can't help them.
And really, we
and
say
I
like...
take another swig of the bourbon.
friends. Yeah. Chug.
I'm like, do you have... No, you can't do anything for me. Maybe I should just go back to Draco.
I really wanted to help these guys, and then...
They set their own fate.
They set their own fate.
And I'm not going back in there. Because I have 4 health.
I mean, your character wouldn't go back in there if she's hurting.
No, she wouldn't.
That's logical.
Yeah. So I asked for.
A horse to ride to Trigon?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You get to roll back to Trigon then.
And you said what recovery roll? So what did I do?
Yeah, we'll
Can
process
you
that
use
in a
one
minute.
of
Because if
those
you're
fruits?
taking a quest to, you're going on your quest to Trigon, and that makes sense.
Wait, I'm by the toad fruit tree. What happens if I eat the toad fruit?
You don't know the properties of it though. But I mean, you can.
But my character's bloodthirsty, so he wouldn't know.
He like, ooh, food. Might as well try it.
Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't know the properties at
Does
this
it give you
point.
powers if you eat of it?
All right, so
Gives you healing and something else.
I need to heal.
here you are, sir. You're in attack mode. So I'm going to need you to roll, and we'll actually just speed up John's by taking these two, counting them down to 1. So by the time you get here, you'll only have 1 turn left with the poison on you.
Yes, right. That's right.
So we'll go through 2 turns with you, Ronnie, and then we'll catch up with John.
Okay.
All right, so you're attacking first. He is a level 25 threat.
Level 25.
Yes. Or no, that's the benchmark. It's 25.
Would it be 25 or 24?
He's a 5 difficulty, so that makes him 25 as far as the benchmark.
5 difficulty, that would be 15. Level 7 would be 21. It's in multiples of 3.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So he'd be level 8 would be 24.
24 is probably what you're talking about. That's right.
Level 8. Okay.
Let me make it out. Good catch on that. I'll have to audit the creature codex. Yeah, so he'll be a 24 difficulty.
Okay.
Good catch.
Alright.
Good catch.
Yeah, man. I can't use the poison explosive. It's just 1 level below.
I have a level 8. But I'm. Bye bye. I can't help. See ya!
Alright, so. Level 24, so. I have. 3, bring it down to 18.
21. Would bring it down to 21.
Yeah, bring it around to
you're
20
specialized.
Oh, yeah, I'm specialized. Okay.
So that's 18.
15.
Yeah, because you actually automatically take it down by a threat, so that would make it a 7 difficulty for you. So he would already be at 21. You bring him down 6 more because you're specialized. That would be 18, 15 would be what you're starting at.
That's better.
Alright, and I'm going to use my Cipher. Level 4, ease by 2 steps.
What is that?
It's a weapon enhancer. It eases it by 2 steps, so it would bring it down.
But it's a level 4. He's a higher level than that. You can't use a cipher against something that's a higher level than it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like if she said
Okay.
she had a cipher that was level 8, then she could use that against him. But if it's only a level 4 cipher, you can't use it against him.
I thought since it was just okay.
Yeah, now his difficulty for anything else, like if you're using magical equipment or anything, would still be he's a level 8.
So it's 15.
But your ability to roll against him is easy because you're well trained in this area of expertise.
Well, we will see. Alright.
You're just gonna go with the 15?
No. I haven't been using my free edge.
You're an idiot.
Write it down again.
12?
Yeah.
So basically you're at 12 with this guy.
Yeah.
Unless you use anything else to bring him down further.
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Alright, so that takes him down to a 9 difficulty right now for you.
Come here. Oh, you fiend. 8.
Really?
And he has no XP to try.
Alright, well, you swing down as hard as you can and you smash right into his rock and coral throne that he has. And as soon as you hit, I mean, just explosive force of rock bits are flying everywhere. You've destroyed his throne as it explodes forth. But he's a little bit more nimble than you were giving him credit for. And he maneuvers, like rolls on the ground, like away from his throne that has just been smashed. How dare you! You have defiled my throne! You come here! To what? To steal from us?
You attack me first? And you say I come here to steal?
Attack you! You come over ridge! You have killed my people! You try to what? Commit sacrilege against the Tarakona Tree!
They spit on my friend, therefore I spit on you.
If you spit on me, then therefore I spit on you! And defense roll.
Okay.
Which you're going against. What's your edge in speed?
1.
1. So
Okay,
I have
so
to
that's
do
still at a 15. So if you want to use that,
But you got speed defense.
Yeah.
But you're specialized.
Yeah.
that's already we've
okay.
we've equated that in. All right.
Okay.
So that's back down to a 12 to roll against for your defense.
Yay.
19! Excellent! Alright, so he spits and you just you're already mad with rage. Your eyes, your pupils are just dilated and you tuck and roll out of the way. So we'll go ahead and handle one more turn with you since he's going to be here on the turn after that.
Okay. I'm going to try and attack again.
Alright, bringing it down to a 9.
Oh my god.
Swing and a miss as he actually is running all the way at Hákarl Fæ and he just swings out of control and lops right into the thick wood of the Tarakona tree. And as he hits it, some of the fruit falls down mavity gravity. One of them hits you in the head and other ones fall down and Hákarl Fæ turns around. You dare! The sacred fruit of the Tarakona Tree! You come here to commit such sacrilege! Ahipango was buried at this site, and you sit here and you think to yourself, you can what? You can spit upon the grave of one of the greatest dragons of the Fey War.
So what he does, since he's just berserk and all he wants to do is piss this thing off even more, he picks up one of the fruit and takes a bite out of it.
Alright, so go ahead and roll 2 free recovery rolls.
D6.
Plus your tier.
Yeah. So that's going to be 8. 15 might.
It's 5. It says 3.
Huh? Yeah, I used... So... There's other... It can increase this by 2.
Oh.
You feel a surge of energy, health, and strength rushing through your veins, just from that one bite of the magical Toto fruit. Of course, Now you need to roll a speed defense. So your speed defense is at...
Speed.
What, 15 starting out?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 18! Wow! Really good. So as he shoots these poison spines at you, you tuck and roll out of the way, and some of the spines actually hit the tree. And he's just like... Now, coming over the ridge, I need you to imagine, if you could, there's this large, obese frogman that is now in a war with your friend Rogoth, who seems to be like hopped up on some sort of rage-fueled battle frenzy. And he's just taking a bite of fruit and his like muscles have grown.
Is that Rogoth?
I think it's the frog man.
It's frog man.
All right, so this is what you see. Now, do you want to try and seduce the frog man with your costume,
Yes.
or attack and help Rogoth?
Does he happen to be wearing a female?
No.
Right.
We've done that before.
That would just be played out at this point.
I think my plan would be to convince the frogman that Rogoth is really one of us, just wearing a human suit.
Right. Well, he's also just destroyed his throne and
he did?
cut his sacred tree.
Oh.
And stolen his sacred fruit. You necessarily wouldn't know that, though. So...
Well, yeah, let me see here. I'm coming in. I think I'm going to mingle and observe.
With the other...
Yeah.
The Blue Fin Fae. So give me a roll to deceive them.
I'm like, why are you on fire?
There's a group of them at 8, so 15 is your difficulty.
Ooh,
it's an intelligence roll, so if you want to try and reduce
let's
the
reduce
difficulty, your
Reduce
int, I think you're
it.
actually...
I'm super intelligent.
You have 2 int. 2 edge and int.
2 edge and
Oh,
int,
okay.
so
One.
one of these would drop it down to a 12. You want to drop it down further?
Yeah, I'm not good at 12.
Okay,
No good.
okay. So we can roll it down to a 9. You want to drop it down further?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait, how many effort does he
I don't know.
have? It has 3 effort.
Yeah. So 6
Alright.
difficulty.
I'm going to roll a 5 like I did last time.
No, you're gonna roll a 20.
Well, then there's no need to bring it down.
8.
See,
Awesome.
it's
So
good.
you did good.
I did.
So you have successfully deceived them. They see you and they're so frightened by what's going on right now.
No, I'm convincing.
Yeah,
I just-
that too. They don't even notice that there's just this loose aquatic skin on your burning skull. So they're like,
I put some muscle underneath it. So
yeah, oh, that's gross. So they're just like clicking and hissing at you, trying to tell you what's going on as you've
I'm
just
just
approached the
nodding.
scene.
I'm just nodding. And then, like, I draw a heart in the sand.
They wonder why you don't know how to talk. This is the mute Managua.
Managua.
The Managua. Managua. Managua.
That's what happens
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through my head too.
So you basically have made your move to just convince them. Let's see. Yeah, but you're riding a horse to Trigall, so
Yeah, how long is that gonna take to
You've
get there?
abandoned us.
on horse from the coast to Trigall, maybe a day.
Okay. So I might get there in no. In
You should be there in time for the Queen's speech.
Okay. And if, well, I need to find the druid first.
Yeah, and give them all the Toto fruit that you stole.
I didn't steal it.
I mean, appropriated.
It just appeared in my bag.
Yeah. It's a magic bag. All right, Rogoth. with 12 starting out with all of your bonuses.
Does the frog like?
Brings it down to a 9.
You think he's modest?
6.
Do I think he's modest?
Are you gonna bring it down again?
Clothes away.
He does. He's only wearing like jewelry and a crown.
So he's not.
Yeah.
No, I'll keep it at.
What if I
I'll keep it at
teleport
6.
his crown away? He's no longer.
I mean, do what you want to do.
That's what he looks
All right, come on, die. Work with me. 7.
like. Oh, 1 point clear of it.
10 damage.
He looks like Merman, but gained a bunch of weight.
Alright, so.
Stopped working out.
He's getting fat on the freaking Toto fruit.
That's what it is. So, like, is he the same? He's not the same species as the fish people.
Oh, he is. He's just a fatter version.
Wait, they're all frogs?
No,
They're all aquatic fish.
they're aquatic fae.
They started out like the Fae guy that you released from the stone long ago. But they were basically...
They have evolved to
They've
what they
adapted to this coast because this is where they were pushed to by the humans.
Oh, so they're not real creatures.
They have magically adapted themselves to the water.
Yep.
Alright, so you
What a
slice
magic
through,
skin.
and like it hits like right mid-torso. And you feel the slight bit of resistance as it's like hitting his thick leathery skin, his hide. But you push through. Just, and you can see like it slices through a thick layer of blubber.
How dare you, you stupid little mortal! You are so full of yourself. Sacrilegious beasts should be wiped from the face of Avonmore.
Defense. Ooh. Alright.
Finally get hit.
Wait, they speak English.
He does.
He does.
Oh, he does.
The rest of them have kind of devolved, but he does. He's old. He's really old.
You should eat another bite of that fruit.
Oh, he's going to. He's figured this out.
It
Made
makes
him
bigger,
feel
right?
good.
Like, stronger?
It has healing property.
I want some.
You see the tree. You know
And
that
I'm
you.
allowed because I'm a fish non-monogua.
Alright, so, man, this was written kind of... So you see that he's got these spines, these like spikes that come off of him, and he actually reaches onto 2 of them on his arms and breaks them off of his
that's
arms,
cool. I
and
never
then
thought
takes
of that.
them and just starts jabbing them into you. As he does, you can feel the laced poison entering your veins. A poison that will be with you for... 1 hour, and all tasks are hindered. So you'd be hindered down on. So one of your bonuses would basically be removed.
Okay.
So one of your easements that you have would be removed, and you would be taking. That's your damage from this poison on the first hit.
Okay.
But on top of that. It's 5 points of damage poison, so that bypasses armor. So 5 points damage, and you're hindered. Because basically you failed to prevent him from stabbing you. Alright. And then John, Mr. Jin, this is your last point of damage from the poison that you have. You are now free of the poison in your veins. You feel it clear away. And you're watching your friend as he's just been jabbed with 2 large spines, poisonous spines into his chest. He's just like...
But you did see him eat the fruit.
Should I like go up in between them? It's like, no.
I mean, you can. That's up to you.
If you want to.
If I want to, ought I?
But you're going to have to roll that social interaction with a non-peaceful creature.
Peaceful.
That's a level 25.
I
I mean, level 24.
His difficulty is 24.
Difficulty is 24, not level 24.
I'm just gonna
level
go get
24, I
some
think, is
food.
possible.
That would be crazy. There'd have to be so many of y'all in the party.
I'm gonna walk over to the
That's
tree.
when you say peace, I'm out.
And I'm gonna
Yep.
eat of it.
So you're going to walk over to the religious tree and you're going to try to eat from it?
Yeah.
Eat from the tree or eat some of the fruit?
I'm just gonna eat the bark. See what that does. Eat some of the root. Yeah, the root's probably really potent.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some of the root.
They're gonna think
All right.
you're dumb.
I think they already think that.
He doesn't know how to speak, now he's eating bark?
I'm gonna eat from the root of the tree.
I think that guy knocked some sense out of him.
You don't have any kind of like sight beyond sight stuff, do you?
Let me see. I have perception.
All right, so
I have. Let's see here. Shroud of Flames.
I think perception is just what you're going to have to run off of. So you're trained in perception, right?
I'm trained, yeah.
All right, so give me a roll. Since you're trained, roll me a 12 or higher.
Spurs. Okay, let's see what we got here. 13.
Wow! All right, so you see this. You don't see this, you're too raged. But all the other aquatic fae are basically sitting there watching this huge fight as this one goes over to the tree and he just goes, ah! And like bites a huge chunk of the bark and just sitting there. When all of a sudden, your mind explodes with this vision. A vision quest. As you see the same guy that you got freed from the stone. Remember him? The Alfar Rythi, that evil elf dude that was all like, let's kill all of the humans that are in
I
Mordanae.
like that guy.
And your friend, the preacher, was like, yo dog, we'll go up there and find out what they're doing and then we'll report back to you. And he was all like, cool, I'll wait. But you see him riding atop this crazy looking black and red great dragon.
It's great.
All right, so not just like one of your little itty bitty drakes that y'all are all like, woohoo, we're drake riders, but like a dragon, the same size as the one that was the bones that you fought in Namori. Remember that? Yeah, the one that was like destroying that one huge castle and everything.
Yeah, we killed it.
It's that big.
Wait, is that the one I sliced it?
That was what? Yeah.
Okay.
We're going there.
I killed that.
You did kill that dragon.
Yeah.
So that same dragon.
Same one?
That one is in the sky with a girl riding on it. It's that
the
chick
one
that
that
y'all
I
were all
killed is
afraid.
still alive?
No, it's in your vision.
Oh, okay.
Of the past.
It's in the past.
Yeah. So you see that dragon with a lady on it, which was the lady you saw in Namoria, where everybody was like, we're not going to mess with this chick, we're just going to run away.
Yeah.
And y'all all came to this region, trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
Right? She's on this dragon. And then you see that other guy on the other dragon, and they're having a huge fight.
This is the big fight.
That was a huge
This
fight.
is the fight, yeah.
Yeah. And so her dragon injured his dragon, and it fell on the coast of Mordanaeð, which back then was actually called something else, but I don't want to confuse you. But that dragon landed there on the coast.
Are you Aiden?
Right?
Are you Aiden?
I am. Yes, I'm talking to you personally. So that's where that dragon landed. And that dragon was slaughtered there and then died. And then from his bones being buried in the ground over time, gave fruit to this tree.
Oh.
This tree is basically grown out of his magic, out of his bones. And all of the fruit is little bits of his powerful magic that are still being produced in fruit form. And you now know that the Toto fruit is actually the dragon's blood fruit, which can grant health and slightly, if you continue to eat it and become addicted to it, immortality.
Cool.
That's what you've gained from eating the bark. You gained this vision quest.
So now you're considering the fruit that's on the ground.
No, I'm gonna eat the fruit.
No, one more. Ching, 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 ching. All right. Rogoth.
I'm taking another bite.
All right. He knows you have it. He knows what it does. So he's probably going to try to stop you. So to take another bite at this point, you're going to need to roll against him. This isn't going to be considered your attack, but you still need to roll against him as like a speed defense. Like you need to bite it before he can stop you from doing it.
Okay. And it's hindered.
It is hindered.
Okay, I am specialized.
So he's originally a 24. You're specialized, which takes him down to 18 for you. You no longer are getting that one bonus to take it down to 15, basically.
Okay.
So it's 18 difficulty if you're just going to keep it there. Oh, God.
Oh.
So as you lift it towards your mouth and you're like, "Ah," he just like stabs like right into your hand with one of his like spikes. Just like stabs straight through the fruit into your hand. And he's like,
You'll do no more sacrilege here today, you mere mortal.
Okay.
so yeah, because that's a 1. And I really don't know what way around that. Other than that'll be his turn. And basically he cut in front of you because you were taking the bite of the fruit. So at this point, you just remain with the hindered, and he has the 5 on poison damage that he's doing to you. So it doesn't hinder you further, but it does damage you.
Okay. Just making sure of that. That's fine.
Now it's your turn. I won't take your turn away from you. That was just, he basically moved up in the roll to advance ahead of you.
Alright. I'm going to try and attack him again.
Alright. So he, even if you apply everything now, instead of being at a 12, he's at a 15 for you.
At a 15.
Because you're hindered.
Bring it down to 12.
Alright.
Try not to roll through all of my strength because I'm taking damage.
Right. Yeah, that's sensible.
Oh well.
Alright, so you swing again, but the damage that he did to you, or the poison that's starting to take hold of you, seems to be having you off balance. You swing and you miss. Your sword now just kind of like stuck in the ground, and you're like pulling against it to try and pull it free.
You foolish mortal. What makes you think you can come here to my kingdom? To think you can take from me?
Are you talking to me?
You talking to me? There's nobody behind me. You must be talking to me. It is your turn if you want to help it at all.
Okay,
He's got his sword stuck in the ground. There's a poisonous spike through his hand, and this thing is lumbering over him now.
Let's set the tree on fire!
My God! I'm glad I grabbed the fruit.
Is that your choice?
I'm gonna eat some food first.
All right, give me a roll against the tree.
9.
9 was your roll? Well, hold on. You want me to tell you what the difficulty is going to be first?
Oh, so I can add stuff to it?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start it out at a 21.
21 is ridiculous.
It's a magical tree.
I'm a magical being.
All right.
Actually,
so
on fire right
starting
now.
at 21, you're going to use your flame against it. So what do you have in int right now? You have 2.
Int.
Play.
Yeah,
He's
play.
pouring the market on Toto fruit juice.
I got
Right.
And
It's destroying the source so no one else can get it.
Right. So, but now you're using your fire.
I'm using one of these guys. What's blessings of the god? That might do it.
Well, you're still going to need to drop it down. So you spend 1, that drops it down to 18. So it's at least doable. If you spend 4 more, that drops it down to 12. So if you give me 5 int, then you're rolling against 12.
How much do I even have? 5.
All right. So roll against 12 to see if you can set a blaze to the
mistake I
tree.
ever made. Wait, this one hit that. That doesn't count. I didn't
All right. So you basically sitting there and you're just like, and you like cast fire down all around the tree, and basically all of these things are now looking at him because they're like, wait, what? Because like there's this thing like this other aquatic fae that's like trying to set fire to a tree. So all of them rush over there, and of course big guy's like, holy,
You've tried to trick me, and you sent your assassin to my tree.
all right. So was this your roll for defense?
Sure. Okay. That's my second roll.
Let me do some math here for him. He's got no hit in that, so I'm assuming he's going to do this. So it's at least doable.
I forgot this.
You got see, trained in speed defense, so that takes him to 21. This takes him to 18. 15 and 12. All right. So he manages to escape barely from the fury of Hákarl Fæ. Now, his attention is distracted as he rushes over to try and stab at Jin Callus, who manages to use his bone spurs to just barely climb up the tree enough to not get hit by the large beast.
Well, if he's distracted, I'm going to take a bite of the fruit.
All right, so you're going back for the fruit again.
Yes.
All right. So that would give you, again, like you're eating the fruit again, so that's 2 free recovery rolls.
Okay.
Roll 2d6.
And add 10.
Nice!
20. Give me 20 green.
Do you have
What?
that much that you need?
Hold on. I don't know how much I even.
You pull is at
2,
31.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
His
8,
total
9,
pool is 31.
10. So 10, 11. I need 19 green and 1 red.
Wait, what? You can't have 1 red.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, you're not counting down.
No, I'm not marking it down on here yet. I'm keeping a track on with the chips.
All right. This should be 19 green. And 1 red.
Oh. That was getting scary for a second. It still is.
It might still be. You never know.
The way I've been rolling tonight.
And remove the poison. So you're not hindered. That would cure the poison.
Okay.
Until you get poisoned again.
Okay.
All All right. So he is distracted. You've taken a bite of the fruit and you've healed. He's still going to be clawing after this crazy creature that's like trying to burn the tree.
Okay, so
You talking about me?
Yeah. You just barely didn't get hurt.
Which means
That
I didn't get hurt.
You did, but I had to apply some of your points for you.
Bone spurs. Now I can attack the tree with bone spurs. Attack the roots.
So, okay. All right. So this would bring it back down to 15
Oh, there's the tree up there.
with the 3 everything.
You'd be back down because you take away the hindered now. So
Yeah.
if you've got specialized in, you're automatically taking them down a tier. So that's down to 21, right? So from
Yeah.
24 to 21,
My free edge.
your free edge takes them down to 18,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're specialized in smash, right?
Yeah, so that'd be down to 12.
Correct. You're back down to 12 roll.
Okay. 9,
9,
6.
6.
Come on. Okay, this napkin is getting on my nerves.
Oh,
You're in jail now.
The napkin is?
so as you're like hanging from
now
the
it's a
tree
17.
with your bone spurs, and you're looking down, and you can kind of see through like the eye slits of the skin that you're wearing.
Yeah, like
This creature's like, "Roar!" He's like trying to stab up at you with these spikes that he's broken off of his own body, which are now regrowing more. And you see just behind him Rogoth running up, and he's like, ah! and slices, and the creature notices him right before he hits, and he ducks, and Rogoth has now wedged his sword directly into the Tarakona Tree. And he's just pulling against it in a sawing fashion, like, get out of this tree. What do you do?
I don't think I have enough ants left to set the tree on fire or attempt to.
Eat the fruit. Eat the fruit.
Eat the what?
Fruit.
I could eat the fruit. I'll eat the fruit.
You are pulling up the tree to find the fruit.
There is fruit on the ground from...
Well, there's fruit on the tree. I could eat fresh on the tree.
I was going to say I knocked some off.
But I'm in the tree.
He is climbing the tree to get away.
Oh, okay.
That was how he didn't get damaged before. So, if you want to go ahead and climb towards one of the branches, this would be athletics.
I got that.
You do?
Or something. I just read it. Hold on. What does it say? I thought that I had something. Oh, that's something called the Authority. I don't know what that is.
That's a DC comic.
Maybe I don't have athletics. I mistaked the special ability called Authority for athletics. I don't know what that does.
Authority? We'll find out. So, basically, just to climb through the tree at this point to try and get yourself some of the fruit,
Yes.
you're looking at, if I remember correctly, it was 15 starting out. You can spend from your might if you want to lower that down, or you can just jump out of the tree and try to get some of those on the ground.
Well, then I'll be in danger.
True.
I'll spend out of my might. That's just green, right?
All right, so it starts out at a 15, and you actually have free edge in might, so that would take it down to a 12. And you can give me 2 more to take it down to a 9. Another 2 would take it down to 6.
That's a lot of might.
It is.
But let's do it!
All right! 9 it is.
Okay. Wait, is that just 9? I thought it was taking down 6.
Oh, yeah, 6, yeah. No trickery here.
14.
Oh, wow, 6. No, that's a 14? Okay, that's a... I thought it was a 6. I was like, geez. All right, so roll 2d6s.
2 of them. Alright. Can I roll 1 twice?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 1. I got a 2.
So that's a 2 plus your tier level is a 3. 2 plus your tier level is a 3, so that's 10 total. All right, so what do you want to put that 10 into? It's 10 recovery for you, so you can split it however you like. You've got that much int left and that much might left. I'm giving you 10 chips back. What colors do you want?
5 apiece.
5 apiece makes sense. All right, so here's 5 might.
I'm just going to eat this stuff.
And here's 5 int.
Yeah.
So that's from 1 bite of the
One bite?
Yes.
Yes.
If you had actually steamed it and cooked it into a pie,
Yeah.
it would taste better. All right, so now that that's done, we're actually back to Hákarl Fæ. So you're in the tree. He's lashing out at you. He does have a toad tongue.
A tongue.
Yes.
Bone spurs!
All right, so we'll need you to roll speed defense. Starting off, he is a 24. You are trained in speed defense, so that takes him down to 21. You'll need to give me...
I rolled a 16.
If you gave me 3 red and 2...
Red is speed, huh?
If you give me 5 total red, that would bring you in.
I got a speed.
No, you took that off,
I
remember?
took it off, that's right. Yeah. There's all my speed.
Alright.
That's 5, right?
Oh yeah, it is. So that would make it to where you succeed, but you are now impaired.
Oh no, why?
You've dropped out of 1 tier of these things. So 1 pool is completely empty. You're impaired.
I'll just fill it back up with another bite.
Ignore minor and major effect results on rolls. +1 effort per level. Alright. So you managed to not be lashed by the tongue of Hákarl Fæ, but you also feel extremely weak now.
Alright, so it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
And he is distracted.
He's still going after Jim.
Alright. So let's do this again. I believe that is 6, right? Yeah.
He's a 12 starting out for you, and you just gave me 4 more. So that drops him down to 6.
Okay. No!
Is that a 4?
It's a 2.
That's not as good as a 4.
Alright, so this die is going on top of the jail.
So basically, as you go to try and attack him, you notice that your sword is still lodged securely in the tree. You're trying to pull it free, but you're not having any luck with it.
Alright.
Alright, sir.
We're setting the tree on fire.
Back to you. Now, if you're trying to take another bite of the Toto fruit, now that he knows that you've eaten from it, it's going to actually be a speed difficulty that you're rolling.
That's why we're setting it on fire. It's his reason. Otherwise, I would have just eaten. But he's not very good at game theory, is he? So we're setting it on fire.
So, all right, basically, in order to try and take another bite of the fruit, you would just need to roll against it. But if you're just trying to set the tree on fire...
But I can't roll against it. It's too fast. He's too fast.
That's true. You couldn't roll against it. He is too fast for you. You're right. His difficulty is too high. So to set the tree on fire, the tree is a 21.
Give him all this green stuff here.
Nope, you're going out of int if you're trying to burn.
Oh no.
That's your magic.
Give him all my blue stuff.
Alright, so blue stuff, you have 2 in that, so 1 would take it down to 18.
18.
2 more would take it down to 15.
15.
And 2 more beyond that would take it down to 12 if you wanted
12. That's not the best odds. But
if
better.
you roll a 12, you succeed, so...
Alright. You know what? I feel like I want to get rid of these guys. I'm scared.
Well, this just should be scary. You're very close to not doing very well right now.
12!
Whoa! And the tree's on fire!
Hayden has set the tree on fire through me.
As he's doing this, you actually see him. He burns away the crustacean armor. He burns through his disguise. He's like, flame on! And he's hugging the tree. He's a tree hugger now. And it's like all the bark on the outside of the tree, all of the fruit is now going ablaze. Like he's now got this tree as like the burning bush at this point. Oh my God. And Hákarl Fæ is just like,
now you're mortal.
yeah, he's going to attack though.
No, it's not me, it's
Aiden.
It's
Aiden did it.
Go
It
get
me, man. So I can't even have you roll to defend yourself at this point. I hope you understand, because it is speed defense.
Yeah, it's fine. I have no speed.
Right. So he would lash out against you. His damage would be...
It's too late. He should try and douse the flames.
I know, right?
I'm just laughing maniacally.
You look like the Crypt Keeper on
You're
fire.
the first religion I burnt to the ground.
So he... not the first one either. Because there was that water temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sad. So his poisonous tongue lashes around Jin Callus and like whips him back towards the ground.
Wait, doesn't that mean he gets fire damage?
He would take the 1 point of fire damage, yes.
Take it.
Take that! I'll burn your tongue. Your taste buds are gone. You ain't gonna taste nothing for days.
And when you do, it won't be fruit.
Alright, so you'll be giving me 5 for the 5 points of poison damage.
Green, yeah.
And
That's an expensive poison.
hinders you.
This guy's a big guy.
He is a big guy. You are now hindered, so all tasks will be extra difficult for you. And you're on the ground.
I need to eat some.
Pretty bad. All right.
I can't do anything.
Well, you abandoned us.
I couldn't do anything!
Straight up abandoned us.
So
every
you're
chance you got.
rolling against a 6.
Yes.
Did you get 6?
It's not so bad.
A 7?
That's a 1.
Oh, you got a 1. Well, you pointed at a 7 at me.
You have any XP?
No. So as he throws Callus to the ground, he notices you with your sword still stuck in the burning tree at this point, and he takes more of these spikes, breaking them off and just stabbing you with them. He gets the free attack against you for your
You
epic
still have the old spikes in
failure.
you?
That is going to hinder you because you are re-poisoned, and 5 points of poison damage automatically. And just so you're aware, the fruit on the ground is all ablaze.
But not the one in your hand.
Oh my gosh.
He's been eating that.
I've been eating on it, yes.
Not the one in my hand.
All right, Jin.
Yes.
You see him.
I eat up the fruit.
You're like getting off the ground. What fruit?
The one that's in. I only took one bite.
You blazed yourself. Like
Yeah,
you caught on
been
fire.
cooked. Just hot.
I tell you what. I'll allow one more bite as it's on fire.
I'm breathing in all the smoke of the fruit.
That doesn't necessarily work, but I'm going to let you have one more bite as it blazes away. Roll me 2d6, or roll the d6
Set
twice.
the tree on fire. And I have the only
He
remaining...
really started the fire?
I have the only remaining fruit.
I don't know if I just give that to anybody, but you don't know any of this is happening.
I don't
so that's
know.
a 3 plus your tier.
And then we roll again.
So 6.
1. Oh.
Plus 4, that's 10 again. So 10. What do you want it in?
Average. It's not even average. I want 10. Should probably be 5 each, I think. What do you think?
Well, you're out of one of your pools, so you probably want to
I should
restore
probably
some of
do
your
some-
speed, even if it's just 1 point.
Yeah, you're right. So let's do, let's see, might. Magic is fire stuff,
Yep.
which everything around me is on fire, so.
It is all on fire right now.
Is he on fire too? He's in the tree with the frog.
Oh, he was on the ground. He just used his tongue. It's a frog tongue.
Oh,
He snatched
okay.
it out of the tree.
well, I need some, I guess I'll get a speed.
Okay, so 1.
And we'll get some of this magic.
How much?
So
You have 9 points left.
say 6. And then, what are we going to do? We'll put the rest in the green.
All right, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 green.
I need to move on to the other side of this tree. Get away from that tongue.
All right, there you go, sir. You have healed yourself with the last vestige of the fruit in this area.
Wait, in this area?
Yeah. Somebody's got more of it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere.
And we're the only ones
she's
that
just
know
like,
that's the last fruit.
Haven't made it back by now and looking for the druva.
No, it has not been a day yet. But you ride victoriously. They haven't been fighting for that long. I mean, this is battle time, so.
I want to take my last bite.
We had 2 bites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many bites do you get per fruit?
I didn't really ever calculate that out, but I think the 2
How big
bites
is
was
it?
pretty fair.
2 bites.
2 bites? Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I mean, that gave y'all 4 free recovery rolls.
Yeah.
And it got you unpoisoned a few times.
Okay.
And he's burned down the tree of religious might in this area, so. Just another temple lost to Callus.
Doing the good Lord's work. None of this would be able to happen if it wasn't for Aiden's will.
Right?
Or he would not allow it to.
He would not have allowed me to do that.
Bring it down to 9.
Ron,
Alright.
you better roll at least a 9.
I know. This is ridiculous.
Maybe
All you have to
wanna
do
use
is
my
roll that
dice,
nine.
Daddy? Let me tell you, it's not a 9, isn't it? It's not even
No,
close.
it's not.
Well, that's nice now.
All right, so
My work is done here. I'm leaving.
so both of you roll speed defense. You actually can't meet that.
Whoa. I'm going to get hit
Yeah, you don't have
with the
enough.
tongue.
You don't have enough.
Does he have 2 tongues?
He has one long tongue that can whip at both of you. You're like right here with him.
No, I'm up in the tree.
Now he whipped you down.
That was never mentioned.
It was mentioned that his tongue hit you and poisoned you and crushed you to the ground.
I don't remember that.
It happened. It's on the recording.
Okay. I'll
You
listen.
believe me.
I don't know.
I think you
I
should.
believe that you believe yourself.
He wrapped the tongue around you. That was the
And
whole
then
part
when
where
he
you got
fell-
hindered and poisoned.
Yeah, I remember being poisoned.
And you were like, I burned him. And he was like, my taste buds are hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you were
That
thrown
hurt.
to the ground.
That
When you set the tree on fire.
20.
Wow!
What was that for? Oh, you dodged.
Now, this is what I can say. If you manage to do that so well at the 20, you can actually use that to grab hold
Of his tongue?
and not allow him to successfully attack your friend.
I'll do that.
Because that's a nat 20. I'll allow that. All right, so you have hold of the tongue, sir. As he has hold of the tongue,
Bone spurs!
I'm going to say
To
that
the tongue.
actually gives an asset against this fella.
Can I bone spur to the tongue?
You can bone spur at this point now. He's a 24 starting out, so we'll start there.
Well,
He's
it
gonna
all
ease
out.
it.
That's-
He's going to ease it down for you because he's holding the tongue. So this guy's actually detained for the second. You have melee specialized. That brings him down from 21 to 18 to 15. So 15 is where you're starting out right now. If you're hitting with the bone spurs, that's out of your might pool. If we go to might, you have an edge in that. So now you're down to 12 difficulty. So if you give me 2 more, that takes it down to 9.
No.
2 more after that takes it down to 6.
Should I do it? It's the smart move, I think. But this is our last move. Or my last move. Here we go.
Now,
Wait, no.
if you use your bone spurs, you're looking at 6 damage. If you use your sickle,
Sickle! I
that you
forgot I
picked
had a
up,
sickle.
you can roll D8 for damage
Can I
plus
put
2
a
in
ton on?
fire.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. That's better.
All right, so at this point, first roll I need you to make is against. I started throwing out way too many numbers for myself. All right, so you have specialized. Let's go eased. 18, 15, 12, 6. So roll me a 6
Try.
or higher.
Or lower. 11!
Yes! All right, now roll a d8.
I gotta get it. Is this a D8? What is
Yes.
it? 1!
1. Plus 2 fire damage, though.
Bone spurs would have
See, it would have been an automatic 6 without the fire damage.
I should never
But
have
he's on-
listened to 8.
Oh, he is on fire, so it would have been fire damage.
He's on fire now.
He is. So, that's 3 damage to him, sir, which was fire damage, which automatically bypasses his leathery, fleshy armor.
Because his flesh is what's on fire.
And he'll take a point of damage every turn he has.
We just need to survive for like 50 rounds.
No,
10 rounds.
that wouldn't kill him, but yeah.
Alright.
If you can do any kind of damage to him, it might help.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Alright, so you're down to, what, 6?
Oh, that's right. 6, I think. For
You're hindered, so it would be a 15,
that'd be 9.
9. 9's what you're rolling for, sir.
15.
15!
10 damage.
Whoa!
Damage. That's a lot.
Alright, minus his armor. Ah, so close, man. Yeah, he's hurting. He's kind of woozy now. So basically, he's whipping this tongue. He catches a hold of it, and you're just like, rah, with your scythe, and you stab it into him. He's like, oh, that burns. Or well, it sounds more like, and then like, Rogoth's just like, yeah, try this. And chops his tongue off.
Oh.
Nice. Now this thing's like stumbling backwards, but he's still holding these poison spikes in his hands, and his like blood's like spewing out of his mouth. All of the other Blue Fin Fae
His
are
tree
like,
is like burning.
and they like dive into the water and start swimming away. They're just like, screw the leader, leave. These people are crazy. They're burning down the tree.
And that one fish guy like us like turned into a skeleton before our eyes.
And since he was the last one that basically cut his tongue off, I think that's who would actually draw aggro at this point. Since he cannot lash out with the tongue anymore because it's gone, and his spit gland would probably be with it, he is resorting to his spikes that he has. So he'd be running towards you. You've got the speed defense. You're rolling that at what, 18?
Yeah. 18. Bring you down to a 15.
All right. Pick it up and reroll. You got it.
Unless it's
amazing.
Unless it's a 20.
It's a 15.
Do you want to set the standard that I take any rolls that hit the floor?
Sure. I mean, it was a 15.
All right.
Was it on the carpet?
No,
it was on the rack down there.
Okay, so if it's the carpet, we don't take it, but if it's the rack, we do.
That's the precedent that's been set for Ronnie.
Yes.
So if he rolls a 1 down there, I have to take it.
That's fine.
All right.
I don't mind.
So you manage to avoid he smashes into the ground with these spikes and you've just jumped out of the way. Do you attack him again?
Yes. I'll attack that amphibious beast.
Since you're resorting to your int pool at this point,
Should I just hit him with fire?
I would probably stay with fire at this point, yeah. So, since he's so damaged, I'll go ahead and say that he's been eased a track, making him 21 starting out. You've got...
I can hurl flame. Tier 2. Yeah, hurl it. I can hurl it.
Alright, so... So if you give me 5 blue chips, I can say that he'll be 12 difficulty for you to roll against.
It's not that great, but I'll try it. Okay, let's roll. It was on 20.
It was for a second, but that's a 4.
That's it.
So you hurl fire, you're like, "Ah!" And you're like throwing these fireballs. But you don't hit him. He's just like bouncing around. And he's like running along as Rogoth spins. A glint of light hits against his eye. Ding. He's going to try to one-man punch him. Alright, so that's a 9.
Are we ever supposed to fight this guy?
That wouldn't be 9, that'd be 6 this time because he's eased down.
That's right. Plus, he just took another point of fire damage because it was his turn again. And he's on fire.
This frog is on fire.
Oh!
What is that? What is the skull?
The skull is a 1.
Oh.
The skull is a 1.
The skull is a 1?
It's a 1.
Yeah, because the dragon is a 20.
Well, nice smell on you.
5.
Do I have? Let me see what I got here. I got 4 of
2,
those.
3,
That's
5.
Alright, so basically as you swing and miss, oh no, and you are now impaired.
Yes.
I see. Alright, so he basically runs up and stabs these two things, these two spikes underneath Rogoth's armor into his rib cage, and he's just like, ah! He's picking him up and he's like, oh!
Oh, he's distracted. Come behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm gonna give my last energy.
And if it's your turn,
Yeah, it
he
is.
just loses another point of health for being on fire, easing his track down again, now to 18, starting
Wait,
out.
now he's a level 7, right?
He's eased, yeah.
Okay.
Do you really want to use... What is your thing?
Poison explosive.
But you would lose it if you used it right now. You don't have any XP to keep it.
But
I understand. But I'm really trying to be nice here.
okay.
By not giving you any foresight.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just offering you this as a weighted question. Is it worth it to lose it?
Yes.
We'll wait and see what he does, and then you can make your turn.
I'm gonna give up this.
All right, so he starts out as an 18. That brings it down to 15. That brings it down to 12. This isn't going to do anything.
No, I need to
keep that.
Anyway.
Yes, you do.
12, 20.
Whoa! So as he's sitting there with these shivs in your rib cage, and he's like holding you off the ground, screaming in your face.
Bone spurs.
What you're like sitting there like this, just like, and you look down at this frog creature, and he's like, he's raging at you, and then from behind him you see,
Oh, maybe like in the head in the fire.
Shinks!
Oh no, they are shinks.
They're Shinks.
How that? Oh, because it's 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right through his skull, and then you see his eyes go and explode as flames just explode out of his head and start consuming his body. As he melts to the ground in this viscous pool. Yeah, I said it. All right.
How about them tree?
Oh man, you were so close. You like fall over. You're just like, that took everything out of me. And you like fall and hit the ground like a bag of heavy bones.
I've noticed a trend that I kill every single big thing.
Yeah, I don't know how that's happening, man. That's crazy. But you did D20 that. So you see a gigantic tree ablaze as it continues to burn.
Oh, I also burn everything too.
You're sitting there limping away with blood spewing out of you and poison in your veins. Mm-hmm. This gigantic Fae creature that was hundreds of years old melting into the ground in ethereal flame. And
you did not expect that to happen.
Laying on the ground, going, I've got to bury his bones and draw heart. A horse rides across the road as you approach Trigall.
Okay.
The great doors open to you as you see Noel and Amara, and they're like, hey, friend, where have you been?
Not stealing fruit.
That's an odd thing to say. And if you want to find out what happens next time, you have to tune in to the same Saturday Night Gaming channel at the same Saturday Night Gaming time. This has been Tony Stevens presenting to you Starfall Season 3, Dúnáeð, the quest for fire. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe, and we will find out if Jin Callis and his good friend Rogoth are able to limp away and live another day. Until then, be good to you and be good to your friends and family. We love you, and we had fun with you.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Starfall. If you did, be sure to head on over to our website at www.saturdaynightgamingllc.com and check out some of our other cool games. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, this is Laura Hibbard with Saturday Night Gaming signing off.